Yeah, we are back and we are live! Yeah! Ladies and gentlemen, we are wasting no time because we don't know how much time we have. But ladies and gentlemen, give it up! Beyond the Slap's very own Terry Dunning in the building, and of course, my partner, the crazy one himself, Michael Mann. I'm your host, Slap Master. Mike, how you doing? Let's go, y'all.
What's going on, Mike and Man?
Oh, not much. Just drinking beer and jamming. I tell you, I love that theme song. Bam, 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 bam.
Yeah, I was going to tell you. I can't believe you got a 90-second intro. I'm over here doing only 1 minute. I need to up mine some.
I tell you what, you just got to get a little bit more handsome, kind of like me. Then you get your 90
Grow
seconds.
the beard out.
None of this
beard out some.
Power slapping, Michael Mann.
I missed you guys. I got to say, I missed you guys last week.
That's fair. That's fair. We missed you. We missed you, man.
Well, it's good to have you back.
I'm adorable.
You are adorable. Awesome.
You're a pervert.
You have no idea.
Man, we got to do the live thing. That was awesome. Got to meet Beyond the Slap and Beyond the Slap headquarters in Las Vegas, Nevada, week before last. That was awesome. Then was handling stuff all around the country. And now we're back because we got to get this information out, man. Well, I'm going to be dropping stuff tomorrow if Michael Mann can make it great. Superfan is supposed to be dropping in. We'll see. He was just in the out of there, about to got stuck there. Whoa. Yo, Superfan. I'm going to tell him, yo, Superfan, drop in the show. Check.
Listen, Donkey Show ends at 8:30. He has plenty of time.
Exactly. The Donkey Show. It's at 8:30. It's in his thing. Okay, guys. So what's up? First. Goodness first. Okay. So all the fighters are there. They've landed. They landed what? Yesterday, Sunday?
I came in Sunday, most of them, yes. Pretty much most of them.
Awesome. And how are they doing? How are they looking, man? Any info that we may not be privy to out here that you want to share with us about that?
To be honest with you, I've only spoken with a few. I kind of want to keep it a surprise for when I show up Thursday, so I don't already pre-know stuff. I will say this. I'll throw one thing out for your show. I did speak to Wolverine. He was in Denver yesterday or Sunday when I spoke to him. He did tell me he's 7 pounds over right now, and he had 6 days to go. So
nice. So
yeah, he's on target. He's on target to lose weight.
Yeah. Very easy.
Well, 6 pounds. That's just a good, healthy shit.
Yeah, well, I was giving everybody secrets to cheap food out here because food gets really expensive. So I was telling them about the $3 hot dogs and food under $10.
Yeah. That's you can eat in Vegas cheap if you know what you're doing, but you got to know what you're doing. You know what I mean? Shout out to Amy in the chat. Shout out to David in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the chat right now. We love you. We appreciate you. You know what I mean? Cooper in the building. Oh, hell, I got to go.
Shit.
Terry will get me in trouble. That's all right. You can watch, Cooper. It's okay. We won't tell nobody.
Oh, Cooper, I love you, man. Come on. Are you serious, brother?
Dude, I got the nude photos. Excellent.
Awesome. Yeah.
I love Cooper, man. Cooper is a great family guy. I love him. Right now, I want to be clear. There's a lot of power slap guys out there that are, kind of watching and what's going on and stuff, but staying quiet. And guys, if you guys are watching this, you don't have to come forward with your hearts and stuff. I know you're watching. I appreciate the support, just watching my videos and stuff like that. I'm not trying to interview anybody to get them in trouble right now. I got plenty of content on there and plenty of people to interview. Don't worry, guys. I know what's going on right now, and I'm not trying to get anybody in trouble bringing them on my platform.
Terry, let's be honest. You are the Howard Cosell of goddamn slap.
I thought you would have said Howard Stern.
No, Howard Cosell. I'm going old school, man. You're the man. You're the guy who knows the inside scoop. You're the guy with the skinny, which is ironic, so you're so goddamn fat. But you know all this shit, and we love you for it. You are the Howard Cosell of this sport, and I respect you, and I love you, but I'm still going to tease you.
He has, man,
I love it. I need it.
He is kind of that Ariel Havalani, you know what I mean? He is that dude who You know, he's for the fans, man. Clearly, he's not for the establishment like all those establishment ass kissers are, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing, man. Because while the literally less than a dozen people that maybe don't approve of him are out there not approving loudly, there are tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people that watch Beyond the Slap, that follow Terry. There are bigger organizations respecting him, giving him more opportunities, and that's simply because he's doing the job right. You know what I mean? He's doing the job right.
Yes, sir. And I would like to point. Go ahead.
Yeah. Terry, you are the proctologist of Slap Fight. No one likes you to go deep, but you go deep and you get to the root of the issue. You are the proctologist of Slap Fight. No one likes you because you go elbows deep in that shit, but we all respect you for doing God's work.
But you don't have to take my word for it.
Absolutely. And I want to point out, of those dozen that are trying to talk or get people not to watch, at least 2 of them are watching every story I put out, so they're not missing the content. They just got you, their followers, missing it.
Right, exactly. Yeah, they're not missing it.
So, yeah, they're watching every video on my stories. Trust me. I won't drop names or anything like that, but they know who they are. They're watching my content still. They're still laughing. They just misled other people from it.
Is Cooper in Vegas right now?
No, Cooper, to my knowledge, was not coming to Vegas. I don't know if he's here, but he's not on the card. He hasn't told me anything.
Cool. Well, we would love to see him in a match again. You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely.
We absolutely would love to see him in a match again. Okay, guys. So we're gonna jump into it. We just got this, guys. Guys, I gotta share this. This is hot breaking news. Hot breaking news, guys. We have hot breaking news here. Let me get this screen shared. Boom. Boom. Powerslap's Mikey Brown. Sorry, OnlyFans. I'm taking my talents to passes. We dropped the hot news here. We dropped the hot news on the real athletes right here. You know what I'm saying?
What was it?
I can't read them. What did it say?
Here, let me see if I can zoom it in for you guys. Boom, boom.
You might have to read it to man.
Yeah.
He can't read.
Correct. That would be illiteracy, not size of letters. Anyway, okay, so Powerslap's Mikey Brown, Michelle Brown, Mikey Brown, as it says here. Go to Instagram right now. Look it up. Powerslap's own, and it's on the screen. Let me full screen layout it. There you go. Powerslap's Mikey Brown. Sorry, OnlyFans. I'm taking my talents to passes. Michelle Brown is taking Powerslap by storm, and she's now giving her fan base the chance to get an exclusive look at her by joining forces with passes. So passes is like OnlyFans. It's an OnlyFans competitor, and she wants y'all to know that's where you can find her. That's all. You know what I mean? Let's see what she
also, I feel like it makes my skin so nice. I just finished media day at the Apex, and
Apex action. All right.
Please tell me it's a fan site and not show me your pussy site.
It
looks like a fan site.
It's both. So what do you think about that?
I thought you had something juicy for me, man.
Some people want to know, man. Some people want to know where she's at. I just think it's funny, like, these fools taking this seriously. It's like, you understand, that's not, you know what I mean? Like, she's like, hi, you know what I mean? And it's like, passes. Clearly, there's a thing called passes. Sorry, go ahead.
Let's put this straight. If Barry Sanders had an OnlyFans, it would have ruined it as like Barry Sanders, greatest running back in the world. But look at that giant cock.
I agree. I do not disagree. I absolutely agree with you here. All right, guys, we're going to jump right into it, man, because I don't know how much time Terry has, and I want to get some good info.
I got the whole hour plus if you need.
Word. Okay, cool, man.
Well, Terry, you understand I whooped your ass in the last
No, you did not.
Picks.
You beat him on one guy. You beat him on
With
one guy.
one fight. I even predicted the damn
One,
first foul.
Guaranteed. I guaranteed it. Hey, all right, fine. Let's go.
All right, so this is the we're gonna get into all the other matches. I'm gonna preview the first three. So we're gonna have those three, bang, bang, boom. We're gonna talk about these, the hot three, and then we'll go down the line from there. This one is the first of those, the first championship match on the card. That is Anthony Babyface Blackburn. As you know, Babyface Power Slap we love here, and Azael El Perro Rodriguez. You know what I'm saying? We love him
you did that
too.
perfect.
Yes. And they are going up against each other again. Now, this is going to happen. This is going down. Couple things to look at here. As you know, Anthony got a 5-0-1 record, whereas, Rodriguez has a bigger, history, a bigger resume, but he's lost 3 times. Then you got their ages, 33, 30, not much difference. Height is exactly the same. They're very, very similar in a lot of ways. What do you guys think?
Man, I can't give my predictions, but I will tell you right off this one who I hope wins. I hope Blackburn takes this one. He's shown some work. So that's where I'll go. I can't give my predictions yet, but I will tell you on this one who I hope wins. And I hope Anthony walks away with this. Nothing against Azael, but I don't know. I like Blackburn on this. I like the work he's putting in for the sport.
Shout out to the card man in the building saying he can't get into the Rumble chat. I'm sorry about that, man. I don't know why not. Let me look into that. Weird. Try again, Cardman. See what's going on there. So actually make sure you're on the PT Pod. You're not on the PT Pod user account. You're on you got to go to rumble.com/PT Pod. Then you'll be able to chat the other one. You have to do verification, that kind of thing. So sorry about that. Checking our chat. Shout out to Cardman in the building.
What's up, Vern?
Hell yeah, Vern, the card man in the building. I'm going to see if he can join me tomorrow for our Power Slap stuff, for sure. So let me look here. Check in. So I'm checking all our chats because, unfortunately, until I get this chat bot handled, our chats are at a bunch of different places. Oh, my God. The champ is in the building. Babyface Power Slap is in the building.
Oh, sure. Right after I picked him for my favorite. Seriously?
Hey, look, man, I'm trying not to be biased here, and I think they're both great fighters, but honestly, he's put in the work. I don't think he's beatable on his level right now. You know what I mean?
Nope.
Like, it's going to take somebody a couple, 2, 3 slaps or years before they come in and are able to, you know what I mean, and really compete with him, just because he's taking it to the next. He's going to be training other champions. You can just see that. You know what I mean? And, no matter what happens, so.
He's one of the best out there right now. I'm going to say it. Absolutely. He's truly one of the best out there on the roster.
And what's cool is he's just chill about it. So, you know what I mean? He's like,
Absolutely.
yeah, I'm kick-ass. So, Michael Mann, what do you think? Michael Mann, did you mute yourself? I didn't mute you. I did not mute my man, and yet he is muted. Classic Michael Mann. Sorry.
I can't hear him.
I did. I was coughing. I was coughing. I didn't want to cough. Hey, I have a quick question for you guys. Now, first off, when you used to do these, Mike, when we used to do these, when we did the picks, you would actually show Blackburn in a competition. You show Rodriguez in a competition, and I could see their bodies and their wingspans and this kind of stuff. And that's what you did on the first 3 or 4. Now you're just showing me pictures of their faces and their records, which I'm sorry, I don't follow this like you two do. But when I make my picks, I pick them off.
Face Power Slap, Michael Mann. Just because. Come on, dude. You know that guy. Come on, man. He put on the best match so far in the entire sport.
But
how the hell can you not follow this sport like us?
I understand that. And you guys both picked the crazy Hawaiian, and you were both wrong.
Okay.
And I was right.
You're going to hang your hat on that. Good for you. Good for you.
I'm going to hang my hat on that. You know why? Because I watched their first bout. I saw something that you two didn't see. The problem is I haven't seen these two fight. So
We weren't looking between their legs.
For me to make a pick,
Mike always judges a power slap fighter by his cock.
If I made a pick sight unseen, it would be stupid. It would be stupid. I would say Blackburn just because you all said Blackburn. I'm not gonna make a pick off of something that I have no idea about.
You've seen, you know what, man? You know, okay, fair enough. But you should make a pick anyway. Because you would make a pick, bro. Months ago, before you knew anything about this sport, you were making picks just on what you look. Dude, I can play clips of you going. You know what? I like his beard. I'm picking him because I like his beard. You've literally done that.
Hey man, why don't you just pick the prettiest looking one, the prettiest face? We'll let you do that. The one that looks the prettiest.
Okay,
that's your job, bud.
Speaking of baby face,
that would be the referee.
We've got Michael Michelle Brown versus El Dumpster, and you know, basically, the odds are pretty even. Huh?
Wait, is the name El Dumpster?
Dempster,
as in the dumpster.
Dem, like Dempsey, Dempster.
Oh, I thought you said El Dumpster.
No, her name is Ellie. Her name is Ellie Dumpster. Sorry, it's easy to sound.
Ellie Dumpster. El Dumpster. That's
How
amazing.
many beers has he had?
Are you drunk? No, this is Michael Mann sober. Yeah, no, this is, you can tell he hasn't had anything. This is why I encourage him to abuse substances.
This is me sober.
Because
he's had at least one. I've seen him. He had at least one.
That's fair. So, okay, so Blackburn versus Rodriguez. We're talking about you go to Vegas and you bet right now on those two. It's plus 160 or 130 for Azael. It's minus 160 for Anthony, meaning Anthony is favored.
If I'm going to go blind, if I'm going blind, I'm going with Blackburn just because I'm going with the experts on this.
All right.
Okay. That's what
He's got the baby face too. You got to go with that.
The baby face. Yes.
There you go.
And he's the champ already. The champ usually is going to get that little push too, but he's earned it. It's not like he's not accidentally the champ. So one I wanted to
old dumpster.
Say what?
Let's get the old dumpster.
I was afraid we were going to get hung up on that. I saw that as I was prepping for the show. I'm like, Michael Mann's going to get caught up on that, you know? And yet he did. So coming up next on the big matches that I want to talk about, of course, is going to be the one. This is an interesting one. This is bam right there. You're looking at Ron the Wolverine Bata versus Russell Rivero. I don't mind if Terry doesn't weigh in too heavy on this, seeing as how it's he's going to be live with Ron on his show tomorrow, I believe. Is it tomorrow afternoon?
Tomorrow 11 over here on the West Coast here in Vegas.
11 a.m.
Ron, myself, and Parks.
Oh, cool. Right.
Well, you nut up and call it. Nut up and call it, man. Nut up and call it.
No, he's not.
Well, this one's an easy pick. Yeah. I don't mind giving this one. And like I said, I'll give one surprise pick tonight on this podcast. But for this one's an easy one. I'm Team Wolverine all the way. He's the reason I'm in the sport. You know, I moved here to Vegas to follow this guy. So Wolverine all the way on this. Nothing against, and I'm glad Russell is getting his match. He deserves it. In that whole division right now, you know, that division's moving, but Russell, I would say, deserves his title shot. So I'm glad to see this match. But for me, Ron all the way, man. I'm Team Wolverine.
Absolutely. I agree.
I agree with you, but I'm going to have to go Rivera just to be an asshole.
Rivero is awesome. Hey, yeah, that's a rough one. No, look, man, these guys are awesome. Russell's a great dude. You know what I mean? Plus, shout out Hawaii. You know what I mean? But it's just that, Wolverine is one of those dudes, man. You know, it's taking nothing away from anyone else to say a great in a sport is a great in a sport, and the man is a great in the sport. So there is that, man, and that's just kind of all there is to that. So I absolutely agree. And he's favored. I'll show you right here. Boom. 270. That's a pretty, for power slap, that's huge. You know what I'm saying? Plus 270 and a minus 215 for Powerslap. That is large. That's a huge, that's a huge difference there. So,
They learned after shitting on them in the past.
yeah. Which we'll talk about the coin flips in a second. I want to get through and then finally we got the big one here. The headlining match, if you will. Now, the co-main is always the people's main event, and that's Wolverine and Russell. And then I think Babyface and Azael. I think true fans want to see that match as much as anything else on the card as well.
Absolutely, myself included.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna say this right now, and I've said it before. Babyface is not a fan of my platform, really, but that doesn't change the fact that I'm a huge fan of his. And this guy's putting in the work. He's putting in the work for the sport. I just love what he's doing, man. And I hope personally that he walks away with his belt still. But I'm glad you're bringing up this match.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing, man. I didn't realize he wasn't. I thought you guys were buds, but
he's a cool guy. No, we don't have any heat or anything. It's just we don't agree on stuff, and he's got other platforms that he's definitely supportive of. I got no heat with Anthony, and I definitely no problems with him supporting other platforms. But as a fan, I love what Anthony's doing, and Anthony has never said anything publicly bad about me. I want to make that clear.
Sure.
I don't even know if he's a fan of my platform, to be honest with you. I just don't assume that he is based on likes and stuff like that and people that watch.
That's it. And
I love Anthony though. I love what he's doing. I've hung out with Anthony.
Right, I'm listening. Go ahead. You've hung out with Anthony.
I've hung out with Anthony. Everything. I've drank beers and stuff. He's a really popular guy. And again, I got nothing bad to say about Anthony, whether he supports my platform or not, whether he's a fan or not. I have nothing bad to say. I will say, and I stand by this, but since the beginning, when he came into the sport, I shit on Anthony. I did not think he would ever do as good as he has. So he has shut me up from the beginning. And that's why I'll never say anything bad about the guy, whether he supports me or not.
That's awesome. And
which is amazing because I've done nothing but shit you the whole time. Oh.
Yeah. Just because I'm a fan of somebody doesn't mean they have to be a fan of mine. I want to make that clear. I am offensive. I will say stuff that people don't want to hear. I'll put secrets out that some may feel shouldn't go out, but at the same time, that's what I do is I try to put information out. Everybody's trying to be the top dog in this niche. I've been doing it longer than anybody, and I'm covering more territory than anybody. So everybody's trying to be a top dog. I'm just doing it a little bit different than other people.
Oh, yeah, and speaking of top dogs, ladies and gentlemen, we got somebody in the stream with audio only, a special call-in. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the man, the myth, the legend, Superfan!
Oh, I love this guy, man. What's up, Don? Safe flight?
This guy here, buddy. This guy here.
I will be out there Thursday, man. I will be out Thursday.
Keep right.
Awesome.
Where are you at? Are you on a bus or a tram? Or
No, my sister just picked me up from the airport, so.
Oh, that's what we hear. That's very cool. You just landed. Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, just landed, buddy. Almost got stuck in Chicago.
Ooh. Yeah, because your lair was supposed to be way shorter.
Yeah. We ran some storms and stuff, so I had like a 15-minute layover. That was it. So had to hustle it a little bit.
So you're in Chicago in the back of a Honda Civic, maybe getting shot.
No, I'm in Vegas now. He's more Chicago.
Oh, you're in Vegas. Oh, good. I'm glad you're out of Chicago because murder.
So what are your big plans for tonight? What do you got going on tonight? We'll just talk about tonight.
We're gonna go get some food and then we're gonna go hang out with the guys. I think we'll find out where they're at and hang out with them for a little while.
Where Babyface is listening, anything you want to tell Babyface while you got him listening?
Yeah, we'll see him soon. That's for sure.
All right. Superfan says we'll see you soon, Babyface. Powerslap. So, and shout out to if you see him, man, of course, give Luke all the love too. You know what I mean? So,
always.
Are you feeling good, man? You stoked?
Oh yeah. It's really nice out here today. So
awesome. Okay, man. I got a
beautiful day out in Vegas.
Oh, very nice. It's been like 96 back home with high humidity. So.
Wow. So, question.
Love you, brother. I'm glad you got there.
Yeah, man. Real fast, got a quick question for you. So, I need your picks real fast, man. I got The Hawaiian Hitman versus Dumpling. Who you got? Who you got, Superfan?
That's a tough one to pick because I think that's a pretty even fight.
That's not
Really
what the
not.
odds makers are saying, dog.
I know what the odd makers are saying, but they're
Minus
not always
315 to
they're
plus
not
250.
always right either. So you
I
know,
know.
there's always a couple of spoilers. So who knows?
I don't know, man. I don't know, but I know who knows. That's why I'm asking you for your pick. You're the super fan. You gotta have an idea. Gun to your head. You gotta bet money. Who you betting on to win?
I'm about to say Dumpling.
I agree. I agree with that 100%, man. Without a doubt. And nothing against Dane. I think Dane is wonderful.
None against him at all, but I just think Dumpling's got it.
Awesome. Yes, sir. Wolverine versus Russell Rivero. Who you got?
Too close to call.
Wow.
Are you serious?
I want that jersey
serious.
back, man.
I know.
I'm just kidding, brother.
I think that one may go all the way.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
I think
Come
that
on.
may come down to decision even.
No,
just
it
depends,
doesn't.
you know.
Man.
If Wolverine comes in like he did last time, that's a different story. But if he don't come in like he did last time, well,
I got a question for you, man. Did you smoke crack when you were in Chicago? Did you happen to smoke a little crack before you got
didn't
off
have
the
time for
plane?
that, dude. I had to run. Like I said,
know.
I had 12 minutes. I had 12 minutes to make my flight, man. I had to run.
I know you crackheads be smoking on the run. I get it. I'm just saying. Okay, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But I'm just saying you can't call a man. Stop with the stop. Come on now. Give us a call. If Ron,
I think they're
Wolverine,
upset. I think
If
Say what?
Wolverine comes into this match like he did against Vern, definitely it's Wolverine. But if he don't, Russell's gonna give him a fight.
That's
All right, that's fair. Let's not give him shit. He is a super fan. We don't want to run him off on the first pick.
Oh, ain't gonna run me off.
No, this is his show, man. This is why he does it, man. Because like everybody talks shit on the fans, he represents the fans the best, and he handles it like a champ because it's all love. But we just, we're the boys talking shit, man. We're not soft here. You know what I mean? So we like our favorite thing is a sport where men slap the shit out of each other. Okay, we're not soft here. That's not what we do. And those who are soft, well, Anyway, moving on. And then finally, I do got to ask you. And I think I'm gonna be super surprised at your answer, super fan. But of these three, because they're the three headlining title fights, we got Babyface Blackburn versus El Perro Rodriguez. Who you calling? Who you got?
Well, you already know who I got, but both these guys are very good friends, and they're both tough son of a bitches. So I expect this not to be just a one and done. I think this is gonna be a all-out fight here. So
I do think this one can go the distance. I think this has the potential to go the distance. I do.
It does, but I think Anthony's gonna keep the title. Just
Oh hell yeah! Absolutely.
He's got
Y'all
so
are
much
nuts.
there,
Anthony's taking this by third, man. Anthony's putting him down, and that's not the knock, Azelle. I've seen what Anthony's doing. He's getting better. He's not getting worse. Trust me. He's taking him out by the third round. I'm calling that. Anybody want to take me up on that one?
He's working that neck so much he is, so that's going to be a big thing for him.
Yeah, Anthony's putting in some, and Azelle is too, man. Not to shit on him. I don't want to hold you up, but both these guys are putting in work with diets. But I don't know. Anthony, I think he's fucking got that division. He might have to move up soon. If he wins this one, there's really no competition left for him in that division, man.
Nope.
I agree. I agree. Not much at all. It's like John Jones when he cleared his division, or who else did that? DuBronx did that. There's a couple times in the UFC where they just kind of they had to move up because they cleaned their division out. You know what I mean? So
exactly.
Yes.
And
I think and it may be time for him. If I'm predicting him that easy, I went from shitting on him and didn't think the guy would do anything to calling it easy like that. It might be time for him to move up after this match. He may be on the hunt for another belt here soon. Yeah,
and speaking of that, guy up on the screen right now. Okay, so what I got right now is Powerslap 13 betting odds up. This is for super fan who can't see it. We have and what we have is Luke Simmons versus Alan Klingbeil, Zakir versus Bryce, Muniz versus KO Chris, and Seek Money versus Pono Pao. First off, we'll start with Luke. Luke is at 155 plus, whereas Klingbeil is a minus 125 underdog, or a plus 125 underdog. Excuse me. What are your guys' thoughts on that match?
I think Luke will have that one in a second, definitely.
That's easy.
I think that's light work for Luke. And no disrespect
That's
to
easy.
Alan. I think he's a good kid, but I believe, but personally, of all the matches,
No.
and yeah, you know how I do.
You better kill me. I'm gonna be another rapper dead for popping off at the mouth with shit I shouldn't have said.
Of all the matches on this card, this is the easiest one, and that's why
I
four.
can't
That's
predict.
a bad. I'm telling you right now. That's bad match.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Bad matchmaking.
I can't. It is very poor.
It's
I can't predict because I'm doing this one tomorrow. But all I can say is I agree. Easy pick. I'll do my prediction on this one tomorrow.
match.
Luke, Simon shining bright like
booked that
diamonds.
match, Sorry.
Well, I think what it is they need to keep Luke busy, and Luke needs to be out there, and they're building on Luke, and you can't just not have him fight for so long. So let's bring him against somebody who's willing to fight with him. And who knows, man? It's like what Superfan just said, though. There are always one or two shocks in every, you know what I mean? In every Power Slap, event, there's always at least one, maybe two shockers. My shocker is coming up. I know what shocker I see up here, but we'll go into.
I got a shocker for you guys tonight.
To me, it's a lamb to the slaughter. It's a lamb to the slaughter. I don't know why they did that match. It makes no sense to me whatsoever.
They fought before.
Outclassed.
Yeah, they fought before though, so he wants to.
No disrespect to him. No disrespect from him to him, but it's just not a good match.
Superman.
I will say this.
Sorry, guys.
Man, Luke is powerful. That dude could flick boogers through half the roster there, man. He's a powerful dude. That's all I'm saying. I'll make my prediction tomorrow on most of these, but I will give you my opinion. And some of them even tell you who I'd like to see win. But yeah, Luke's powerful, man. I will say that.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Tomorrow at noon your time. Absolutely, man. Noon Central.
11. And that's on Parks McGregor again.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, and so there's that one. Then we have Superfan. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What do you think of Luke and Alan? What's your thoughts on that?
I think Luke will have it, but I guess we'll see too. You know what I'm saying? He's a tough son of a gun. So
I don't.
Everybody just shit on Alan.
I think Luke is having to come down muscle weight to fight. If you've been paying attention to Luke, he's been gaining like healthy muscle weight. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. We got Zakir versus Bryce Jones. Kind of a surprise fight to me. This one kind of came out of nowhere. Do we know any behind the scenes on how this fight came about, guys, at all?
not that I know of.
Not that I know of. I know there's been a lot of people, a lot of platforms, really pushing Bryce to get his match. He's long overdue. I'm just glad to see him getting this fight, man. He deserves it.
Definitely.
This is a tough match, too. I mean, this is really going to test Bryce. If he can handle this, he definitely deserves to be ranked.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
What's Bryce's record? What's his record? What's Bryce's record? First round.
He's undefeated. He's 2-0.
He's okay.
Bryce is a good dude too, man. I'm just happy. That's all I'll say on this podcast. I'm just happy to see this dude get his fight, man. It's long overdue. It's been over a year for him. So, and he's going to really be tested.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
that's true. And that's the thing. Man, you get the biggest respect by winning the biggest battles or even just showing up for the biggest battles. You know what I mean? And I think that's the thing. Bryce has earned his, and he has, you know what I mean? When I think about it, you know what I mean? He has earned his. He has kind of fallen through the cracks, not getting the love and respect he deserves. So this is going to be a hell of a match. Moving on, we got James Seek Money, the Seek Monster, versus Pono Pow. That is going to be a match of matches. That's a match that has a lot of implications inside of Power Slap that fools may not know about. You know what I mean? There's a lot going on there, a whole hell of a lot going on there, and that's Seek Money versus Pono Pow. The Real Crazy Cowboys in the building. Shout out Cortez Coleman. Hell yeah. Okay, so here's what I'm looking at here. I think James takes this. James is a 185 underdog to Pono Pao. Oh, no. James is plus. Oh, shit. I didn't realize that. Sorry, James is not an underdog. Pono Pao is a 150 underdog, probably because they fought before. However, for those of you that don't know, when they fought before, Pono was injured and could not use his right hand. He had to slap with his left hand. So now he's going to actually be fighting. This is going to be an interesting match. I'm excited about this one legitimately.
In a quarter
The
mile.
thing, especially with Pono Pao, the thing with Pono Pao is, especially he has such name recognition. Pono Pao is it, and when you think I slap fighting, Pono Pao has such name recognition. It carries a lot of weight, and the fact that his last fight, his arm was injured. So there's going to be a lot of people going, you know what? You really didn't get the best of Pono Pao there. You didn't get the best of him. So this fight's going to be really interesting because now you're going to get the best of Pono Pao. He's not injured, and he's fighting someone that is really up to his caliber. And matter of fact, like you said, Pono's an underdog, which is something he's probably not used to being. So it's going to be a really interesting fight there. It's going to be really interesting just to see how he comes back from that injury, and just to see how he steps up his game or doesn't step up his game. Right. And this is the most, and to me, this is the most interesting fight of the whole thing. It's just because of that. So,
all right.
I
I said I was going to shock everybody tonight, and this is my shock. This is the one prediction I will throw out there for this platform. Now, I want to make it clear, I love Pono Pao. I think Pono's amazing for this sport. He's definitely a face for it, and he's going to be around a long, long time. And people are going to be shocked at my answer for this, but I actually think James is going to pull this off. I love what James is doing. I think he's comical when he gets up there. You know, how he moves around and wobbles and stuff, but still holds it together. This is my prediction on this one, the only one I'm going to call. I think James Siekman pulls this one off. And I think he actually knocks him out.
Yeah!
So that's my prediction.
Hey, you want to go ahead? You want to go ahead?
And I love Pono.
I'm telling you right now.
I love Pono.
I'm going.
I hope he doesn't get mad, man.
I'm going directly against you, just like I did in the crazy Hawaiian fight. I'm telling you right now, I think Pono Pao wins this fight. I'm not calling it a knockout, but I will. We will win it.
I don't.
Yeah.
We'll about this next week, okay?
I'm calling James. Not that I don't love Pono. Not that Pono's not been practicing. And Pono's got a lot.
Pono is good, man.
Pono's got a lot on the line too right now. If you know,
James is another one. Yeah. James is one I shit on before, and you know you learn your lesson when you shit on people and doubt them. And he's another case. So I'm not going to shit on James this round. He's shown me up twice, so I'm calling James this one, man. I love Pono. I won't be disappointed if either one of these guys win. But I think James is going to pull this off, man.
Yeah, this is one of those where I
won't be disappointed when I win this bet.
This is one of those where I truly would like to see both. Either win is a good win, and I hate the fact that either one of these guys has to lose because I genuinely like both dudes. Yeah, however, Siekman is special. Siekman has this neck. He does not go to sleep. So all he has to do is keep it accurate and keep it hard. And I think he's got this one in the bag. That's technical, breaking it down. And then finally, guys, so that was the one, by the way, Terry is calling this one. Ladies and gentlemen, the official from Beyond the Slap, we got James Siekman winning by knockout. All right. And then finally, on this one, we got Manny versus KO Chris Thomas. This one is exciting for us old fans. This brings us back to 2 years ago when we were like, we love this. This is so cool. Before all the craziness, before the haterade, it was just, you know, the boys fighting. And KO Chris and Manny are OGs in this sport. So, you know, I'm excited about this one. And I gotta calling Manny. I'm calling Manny. That's true.
All right, before you make your picks, I'm going to throw what I know out there. I did receive a message from Manny. It's already been out. Manny's told me he's looking to retire. I don't think Manny's that focused. And then on the other hand of things, KO Chris is totally focused.
Yeah, he's.
I'm not going to call my pick on this platform, but I will say what I know.
Yeah.
Just based on the focus, I would have to say, my answer speaks for itself. Manny's looking to retire very soon. KO Chris is looking to get that belt again.
Yeah. I will say yes. Everything you see on KO Chris is uber and ultra determined, and that guy is scary.
Mm-hmm.
Thing about Manny is if you remember, he's that guy who you never thought was gonna win, and he kept winning and kept winning. And honestly, man, if it weren't for that last bad weight cut, I'm not saying he would have beat Babyface. I still don't think he would have, but I think who knows
where he would keep close.
Yeah, he wouldn't have came close. Yeah, you're right. All right, man. You know what? I'm switching. I'm going KO Chris. All right, I'm going KO Chris. I was trying to be edgy, but you're right. You know what I mean? So you're right. So am I picking any? Oh, Bryce Jones. I'm picking, and he's an underdog on this one. So Michael Manny versus KO Chris.
Well, my problem is I'm new to the game, and these are old school fighters. So I'm going to go on ahead, and I'm going to defer from this one because I don't know either fighter. And I don't think if I just called one or the other, it's not fair to either fighter. It's not, because you said you got one fighter who's on the cusp of retirement. You have another one who's on the cusp of greatness.
It is fair. They're fighting. These are grown men who decided to take. These are grown men who decided to take $10,000 to go beat Bateman and have a free weekend in Vegas and get slapped in the face. So saying I'm going to pick one of them to win is not fair. What are you talking about? Of course,
you want me to throw a dart at a dartboard. You want me to throw a dart at a dartboard.
Like you waking up every morning, yes. Like you waking up and your heart's still beating. It's a dart at a dartboard.
Who's cuter?
I wake up every morning and I go,
who's prettier?
All right, fine. Who's retiring? Who's retiring?
Manny, Emmanuel Muniz.
I'm taking the other one. There you go.
I love that answer.
Who's retired? I'm taking the other one. Damn it. I'm old. I'm tired. Is dinner ready yet?
The other one's doing it for a fucking paycheck. I get it. They would love to win on their last fight, but if they don't, they at least get 10 grand. I got
Super fan.
What's up?
All right, man. I know you were getting busy. I wanted to give you a little time because I could tell you were trying to get situated. Between Emmanuel Muniz and KO Chris Thomas, who you got?
I think Chris has it. He's hungry, and Chris is the only one to put Manny down.
Wow. Yeah, that's true.
Wow, I love that. This guy knows his facts.
That's why we bring Superfan.
Yeah, he knows his facts.
Thank you.
He's done his homework.
You know what? I heard it through the grapevine. Chris wears women's underwear. So I'm not saying it's true. I just heard it. I just heard it.
That dude.
I don't know if it happened.
Michael, of all the dudes, of all the dudes to be legit scared of in Power Slap, KO Chris is one of them. He will legit. He's a straight thug. It's like there are certain rappers you can joke around about and certain rappers you can't. Yeah, he's like the drill rapper of Power Slap. You know
I love Chris. So I can say this. He's got tiny little legs. My pinkies are thicker than his legs. I love Chris though.
Yep.
Okay, and I'm sorry we didn't get super fans pick on Siegman versus Pono. Who do you got versus Siegman versus Pono?
You guys were talking, and I kind of agree with everybody. You know, they're both awesome guys. You know, I really don't want to pick against neither one of them, but I kind of feel that James has that one.
I agree, and I think it's going to be. I think Luke winning his match will lead to a title. I believe that Luke winning this match will be a title match for his next match, and I believe James winning this match will equal a title match for his next match as well. I just do. I see that happen.
That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing
Yeah.
the winner of the Luke match will go against the winner of the Russell Braun match. That's what I've been told.
Which would be good matches all the way around. So
Yes,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
I'm looking for I had the card up, and then I didn't have it. The what do you call it? The
Hey.
yo.
Can I point out something while you're looking? There is somebody making a debut that I really want to point out. I think it's going to be huge for this sport. I don't know if you get to her, but Haley J.
Yes,
she's
Haley
got
J.
a huge following in wrestling, and those fans are really the kind of people that pay attention to the sport. I think she's going to be huge for this sport, and making her debut match, I think she's going to bring a lot of fans pay attention to it. So I just want to point her out, man. A lot of people don't know who she is yet. She's huge in wrestling and got a huge following, man. And a lot of them eyes will be paying attention to Powerslap 13.
definitely.
Quick question. Quick question. Is she huge in like wrestling, UFC or professional wrestling?
Professional
This guy's
wrestling.
lost. UFC wrestling, man. What the fuck? Yeah, what dispensary do you go to, sir?
You know a bunch of UFC.
This guy done smoked his shit retarded, man.
Ooh, I'm telling you, he's exhausted. all
Dude,
of it.
that's not a retarded question. It's not a retarded question. I don't care
I
what you
know.
say.
No, UFC isn't wrestling, but no, she's been. I think she's made appearances in an AEW before, and maybe NWA or something like that. But she's got a huge following in wrestling.
Okay. Check. What's her name again?
Haley J. What was that?
I think it's Haley J on Instagram.
Hollywood Haley J.
Hollywood. Boom, there you go.
Hollywood.
Hollywood Haley J. And she's got a pretty good following, man. And, they brought in other influencers and stuff, but a lot of them people that pay attention to them ain't into the sport like they thought. But the people who are watching Hollywood Haley J, they're into this sport. Wrestling fans are. You want an example? Don, how did you find out about this sport? You were watching what?
AEW.
Oh shit!
There you go.
Haley J, like old school Haley J.
Yes.
Oh my god!
She is going to bring
Haley
a lot of
J.
eyes to the sport, man. I think she is huge for the sport. So I want to make sure you acknowledge her, man. She's making her debut, and I just think she's going to be big for Powerslap, man.
Let's check this out. Real quick.
Well, she's gonna be big for my pants.
Yeah, undo o'clock. All right. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Michael,
I love that.
And she's
man.
ruthless.
I love when sports intercross.
Wow.
I have no doubt she's a bad woman.
I absolutely.
I
agree
love when
with you
sports interchange.
All right, Michael, man, we love you.
Oh,
Going on mute, buddy. I am really happy about the fact that I just, there's only so much of that we can take. All right, so here's the thing. Superfan, what do you think about Haley J? Are you looking forward to seeing Haley J fight?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be very interesting. It's gonna be nice to get the wrestling guys and gals into the sport now too.
Absolutely, I agree. I absolutely agree. Let's go over to Powerslap and see if they actually have the listing of everyone. No, there's the next one coming up. I'm trying to find. Do they not have the listing of the undercard on their Instagram or Twitter?
I don't think they do.
Another match while you're looking for it, if you don't mind me bringing it up, the Dante Smiley match. That's going to be interesting, man. I don't know if you've seen this guy on Instagram and his wind up, but this guy goes almost a 360 turn. He looks like he's spring loaded. I can't wait to see what this guy does.
Yeah, that should be a good one too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but he's going against somebody else I like, man. So it's going to be an interesting match. I like both these guys, but I'm waiting to see what that spring load slap does, man. I've never seen somebody wind up like this guy, and it's very, very interesting, man. And he's powerful.
Exactly.
He's got a 5% body fat.
And once again, Powerslap doing the most on their social medias. They don't even have the listing. I'm looking. Maybe I'm not seeing it. They don't have the listing of the undercard.
No, they don't.
It's not listed nowhere on Powerslap proper. I know it's listed on, the guys who work for a guy who slapped his wife in public and then say they won't talk to people who say mean things. However, I don't see it anywhere listed on the actual website by those high quality social media managers. Are you guys seeing that anywhere?
No.
It's not on their site.
Wow.
In fact, yeah.
Wow.
I think Reddit was the most accurate that I've seen. I think they're even behind right now. I'm trying to look and see if I can help you and shoot it over your way.
No, it's all good, man. I just wanted to
You need to get you a producer, man.
I know,
That
right?
stuff helps.
Man, I'm all out of sorts. This is my first show back after being gone for 2 weeks, man. So you know what I mean.
I hear you. And again, it's good to have you back. I missed you guys last week.
Hell yeah. We missed doing it. I am just surprised. I swear I went to the website and it had a list of fighters on the thing. So yeah. What do you guys think of the coin tosses this time around?
Interesting. I want to say something. Now, one of the other platforms has put it out there that if you request the video of those coin toss, you can get them. I have put in requests and I have not heard nothing. I have sent at least 3 requests. So I'm waiting to hear something back.
So
I don't know that to be fact, but that's what other platforms are claiming, that if you put out a request for it, you should be able to get it. And I'm not hearing anything when I'm putting out requests. Because I know legit a few people that have never won a coin toss, so I was just looking to verify. And when I go to verify it, I'm not getting response. I don't know if you've checked and stuff like that, but I can't seem to get a response to actually verify those coin toss.
Yeah, neither can I. I don't know anyone. I would like to see them. Why aren't they made public? One person should be able to request them and make them public, right? What is private about them? I want somebody to ask, and that's the problem, is that the powers that be, the people in charge, when you go, hey, we're requesting them, it's like, hey, guys, don't you feel better knowing that you can get that stuff? And you're like, yeah, but we can't get that stuff. And then they block you and call you morally low character. Instead of admitting
when I go to verify,
you can't get the stuff. Yeah, man. It's like, can't we just get the stuff? Can't we just get this stuff? So a little frustrating there. You know what I mean? So a little frustrating on that end. And I would like to see I would like to see a coin toss. At least put the main one out there, right? Why wouldn't you at least put the main one against Hawaiian and Dumpling out there? Right? Just throw that one out so we can see something and feel better about everything. So, anyway,
I think all the main card coin tosses should be alive.
I agree. And they were during the show. What happened? What changed? So, very frustrating. Very frustrating there. So, let's see something here. Pulling it up. I'm looking for all of this stuff, man. I'm looking. Let's see here. I am not finding a listing of the wait, that's old. I can't find a listing of the undercard. Does anybody know where I can go to find the undercard?
I'm actually looking right now. I have it. I'm trying to see where I put it. I know
once I get off this, I can look and send it to you.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find out where I saved it as well. I'm trying to help you as well at the same time, man.
There it is. I got it. I think I got it. Full card. All right. Here we go. Okay. Boom. From the website. So respect. Found it on the website. Was not easy, but I got it. Okay. So we went through the top matches. Now, here are the matches you may not see, or you might only see clips of. Okay. You've got Dante Smiley versus Stunt Marshal Norman.
Yeah.
You guys know
that's what I was just telling you about. That's the one, Dante Smiley, man. He's got a spring load. I love his spring load windup, man. He goes like almost full 360 with that arm. And again, he's only 5% body fat. This guy's built, man. He's fucking all muscle. But the guy he's going against, I love as well. So it's going to be interesting. Stunt Marshall, he's really fun to interview. I love talking to the guy.
We saw interviews.
Yes, I interview both those guys.
Yeah. I was gonna say I remember I remember that, and it was awesome. So let's see here. What are we doing, dude? I'm getting breaking news in real time, hot messages. You know what I mean? So, there we go. Boom, and it's there. We got the coin toss winners. Thank you so much. Oh, it's in pink. That means that which I have it anyway. But yeah. Yeah, disappointing, but that's okay. I do want to tell, Powerslap, don't open yourself up to a lawsuit, right? By picking and choosing who you give actual news to. You know what I mean? Because then if you're picking and choosing the media outlets you give actual news to and you don't release release information, right? Well, that could be a thing. So be careful, guys. And then we got Alice Crowley versus Katrina Leonard, the German gypsy. You guys know about them?
Katharina.
Katharina.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, she's out of Denver. Actually, she trains at martial arts school that I'm very familiar with out there when I lived in the Denver area.
Nice. So what do you think? Who you calling? Oh, you can't call.
Oh, I can't call this one. I don't know Alice Crowley. I won't lie. So I wouldn't be able to pick fairly anyways on this. I don't know who she is.
They got Juicy Finau on there. Rock on.
Oh, going against Unko Micah, man. I'm like, holy shit. These both guys, these are beasts. I've seen Micah. I've been to they have a Christmas house out here, and I've met up with him for a Christmas event. That guy is fucking big, man. But then you hear the story about Juicy hitting the power cube and the power going out and shit. You know, it really hypes it up. So, you know, I'm not saying that's what, you know, he knocked out the power, but you hear that story and it hypes it up to that. So this one's interesting, man. I'm not going to make my call, but I love one of these guys' personally. I will say that.
Right. You know, and I do love a lot. The one I want to jump to, Johnny Magna versus Punisher Kenny. That's going to be a good fight to me. That's going to be exciting. That's going to be almost pro wrestling level. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
What do you think of that one?
Interesting. I'm going to say very interesting. I haven't seen either one of these guys hit a bag yet, so I wouldn't be able to tell you fairly.
Okay.
I've heard Ryan, he's the guy out of Canada, if I'm not mistaken. And I've heard a lot about him from guys that were training with him. He was one of the ones that people were saying did really, really good in training. So that's the inside info I can share with you on him. Brian apparently did really good in training. A lot of people were impressed.
Heck yeah. I'm with that. Oh, Michael Mann. Is he still there? Michael Mann.
Yeah.
I think he's gone.
No, he's there.
Yeah.
I was going to say, you haven't been up here for a long time, dog.
Yeah.
I kept waiting
Well,
for
you
the
keep
ear from
muting
you.
me, so I
muted you one time this whole
started
show.
watching
I
porn.
muted you one time this whole show.
You muted me, so I started watching porn. What are we talking about?
Of course you did. What kind of porn?
Your mom's porn. Show ya.
He watches granny porn with the leather mask on.
Yes, he does. A leather mask on and dogs and gerbils.
Ain't no shame in my game, man. Ain't no shame in my game. I'll rub it raw all day long, my man. All day
Super
long.
fan, because you are the super fan, I need your input on this just a little bit. I want to know what you think out of all of these, because, you know, there are several matches here, 12 it looks like. Out of these 12 prelims, do any of them stand out to you? Are any of them exciting to you? Is there anything you want us to know about those?
I think the Juicy and Unko's match is going to be really good.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes.
I really think that's going to be the match. That's going to.
What about White Hawk?
That too, Zach.
White Hawk is going to be impressive, man. I'm waiting to see what this guy could do with that power.
Yeah, he's going against the Roe, whatever his name is. So
yes, Roe Montana.
Yep. So that's another one to watch.
Yeah, I'm very, very interested in that. And again, Haley James making her debut, but she's going against Jamie Hinshaw. Jamie's had experience, and she did really good her first outing, but man, I don't know. I think Haley's used to slaps and chops.
Yeah, but see, okay, so that match, I didn't realize she was going up against Hinshaw. That's going to be a legit good match, dude. Like, not just for show, not just two chicks, but like two fighting women who want to really slap the crap out of each other. Like, that's going to be a hell of a match. Michael Mann, are you excited about that one?
I am excited. I am. I'm plugging my computer in.
Awesome. Well, we're about wrapped here.
I was listening to all this. I am absolutely excited. No, I am, because these undercards are really great, because these are the people who are gonna raise the sport up. It makes sense. I'm sorry. I was a little bit of a bitch, and I wouldn't listen to the conversation. I got mad at you. All right, but yeah, these undercards are more important than what people think they are, because these are the men and women who are going to raise the sport up. And I apologize for being an asshole and not paying attention.
Oh, you're fine.
Okay.
No, you're fine. We're talking shit. That's what we do, baby. Never apologize. Tell me,
You're good, man.
smell my own ass. It's fine, dude. We're good here. You know what I mean? So, okay. To me, the biggest potential upsets definitely are coming on this undercard. In addition to that, somebody like Juicy, who is a beast, and Uncle Micah, who also is a straight beast. That's a hell of a match that could be on the main card, no diggity, no doubt. Excited about Jamie Hinshaw versus Hollywood Haley J. I'm actually surprised that's not on the main card, quite honestly. But it
should be.
Yeah,
but the main card's packed. It's stacked.
That's a good thing, man. It is good when you are spoiled with too much to pack into the main card. You know what I'm saying?
Well, can I tell you something as in my amateur mind on this? See, when I look at the physical body structures of these people, the first thing I look at, man, woman, or whatever, it's the wingspan, it's their traps, it's their deltoids. I look at all that. It's about their wingspan. How much? I'll tell you right now. If you have a 2-foot arm, or if you have a 7-foot arm, that makes a big goddamn difference. You know, and it does. I don't care about your technique, but if you have a wingspan like LeBron James, and you bring it back from Chicago, you're going down. Right? You're tasting your breakfast from the next day. Yep. So that's really what I look at. I look at the delta. I look at the delts right here. I look at the delts. I look at the trap, and I look at their wingspan. That's just. I know there's a lot of short kings out there and a lot of short queens that could really generate some power. But I gotta tell you, that's how I pick them. That's how I pick them, and it's just based off of basic biology. And I love this sport because I love being proved wrong. When there's a short queen or there's a short king that comes up there, it just knocks the world out. But
Superfans in a parking garage.
That's my philosophy on it, and I'll leave it right there.
Hey, Superfan, where are you staying in Vegas?
Circa.
Nice, of course. Okay, so we'll end on this. I want to give final. Very excited. I'm going to be dropping in tomorrow. As you guys have availability, let me know. I'm going to just be doing quick updates, 15 to 20 minute drops all the way up until Friday. You know what I mean? So, yeah, and then we'll be, doing the thing. I think Vern's going to join in because I know Superfan is going to be at the thing live. I know Terry's going to be busy, but I think me, Mike, and Vern can, kind of cover the fights from the house, for everybody. And I think that's the plan so far. But we got Powerslap 14 coming up. I want to get everybody's initial thoughts. We haven't talked about it really, other than knowing that there's some iffy stuff there. I'm catching already some conflicting reports, and I'm wondering what's going on. Have you guys heard anything that we should be privy to?
Not yet.
Not yet. Nothing I can go public with. Nothing go public. I want to make sure my stuff's confirmed. I don't want to throw stuff out there and it not be legit, stuff like that. I definitely want confirmation. But yeah, I'm hearing a few things as well.
It's a quick turnaround time, and that can make it tough, for the people forget there's a big production crew involved in this. You know what I mean? A big production crew, and they work very hard. And a hardworking production crew doing a 3-week turnaround, not saying it can't be done, but man, that's going to be tricky. So hats off, all respect, good luck, and all love to them. No diggity, no doubt. You know what I mean? So she's spunky. There's Vern. Absolutely. There's Vern in the thing. She's spunky. Yes. Haley J. Absolutely. All right, guys. Let's go with Superfan so we can get him off here. Any parting words, dog?
It's gonna be a fun time out here in Vegas this week. A lot of things to do, but should be a good event on Friday.
Are you at the circuit right now?
What's that?
Are you at circuit right now?
Yes, I am.
All right. Are you near Are you near anybody? Why don't you go ahead and turn your camera on?
No, I'm in parking. I'm in the parking garage. I can't go in the elevator or I'll lose service. So
Fair enough. All right, brother. I will let you go. Thank you so much. We will talk to you tomorrow. I don't know if I don't know if you can get on the show. Yes, great. But I will be talking to you tomorrow. 100%.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
All right. Thank you, brother.
All right,
You
guys.
have a good one.
Thank you guys very much.
All right. Bye.
Later.
And
See you
Terry,
later, Don.
last thoughts, man. What do you got? What do you got, Terry?
Man, that's pretty much it. I'm glad to see you two back. Missing you guys last week. The show, I'm kind of getting used to having that to do on Tuesday nights, so that really fucked with me. So I'm glad to see you two back. I will be busy this week, man. I got interviews. Oh, I didn't get to share this with you, but or publicly, but I actually got a journalist that called me this morning, a sports journalist looking to interview me Saturday. So got International Fight Week ahead. I'll be out there on Fremont Street on Thursday night doing some live interviews and shit. With the fans, interaction, stuff like that. So just a busy week, man. I did drop a little bit of a shocker to some fans. I don't know if you got to see it yet about the cocaine use and stuff like that. It was a bit of a shocker. So
Yeah,
I'm waiting to
that's
see
what I
some reactions on that as well.
wanted to cover a little bit of that, guys. Go to Beyond the Slap. I won't drop it other than to let you know that currently, right now, Beyond the Slap has an interview up. Let's see here. I'm going to pull it up so I can show these people while I'm talking about it, because you got to show and tell. As you can see here, hold on real fast. Present. 10 seconds. Boom. No, not that one. That one. No, not that one. Not that. Where'd it go? Hold on. It's got to be that one. All right, there we go. Yes. All right. So this is Beyond the Slap's latest interview. Terry's latest interview with Slap for Cash. As you know, he is a OG in this
with
sport.
anybody. So when you told me that you had some stuff, I'm not gonna lie. Some very interesting things from him that's going to be in that interview. Some contract details that are different. Some very, very interesting stuff. One of my more interesting interviews of behind the scenes and a tell-all, if you will. So I can't wait.
It's exciting. I'm excited about this. It just came out a couple hours ago. It's going to change the game on many levels, guys. Go to Beyond the Slaps page. Check out this interview. Leave a comment. Let them know what you think. That's going to be exciting. And then, of course, Beyond the Slap. Make sure you're following Beyond the Slap. You know what I mean? Look at that. 5,000 followers, y'all. 5,000. Can't fade it. Can't change it. Gotta love it. You know what I mean?
Really, man, my MySpace has really picked up in the past week or so. I've picked up close to 100 new people this past week on MySpace. And I don't actually post there, I just cross post, because that was my personal account. But yeah, that's really, I picked up 100 people over 100 people on MySpace in the past week.
Wow. I think, are people going back to MySpace? Is that a thing again?
Not MySpace, I'm sorry, Facebook. Sorry. Facebook. Yeah, that's
what the fuck? I
meant Facebook. Because to me, even Facebook is old.
What do you say?
But even Facebook is old to me. So to me, Facebook is kind of old. So, I would label it with the MySpace and shit, But I was surprised it's starting to grow over on that platform a little bit.
That's awesome. No, I'm seeing that. You know what I mean? Because my dominance is Facebook, just because I've been doing it so long. And the other stuff, and Instagram second. But yeah, Facebook was always my strong suit, because doing local things and promoting local to get people off their ass and into places, Facebook is the most powerful for that, because it reaches you most locally, whereas Instagram, TikTok is kind of a passive scroll thing, and Twitter's just fighting. You don't want the people that follow you on Twitter to show up at your events. So with that in mind, Facebook is your money shot. So.
And I do have to say this one thing about the Superfan. I know that he went off and he said he couldn't do anything, but I'm sure he's surrounded by hookers in Vegas right now. It's just him and like 7 hookers, and he's just sitting there going, "No, I can't live stream right now because I have a boobie in my face." So
stop that.
There might be some associated with the sport, but I promise you, Don's not one to play with the hookers.
No,
Don's not. He's a good family man. I've been out there with Don, and he's definitely not one to visit the Vegas hookers out here. I can promise you.
Also, I know his
I
family
can't say that for
listens.
everybody that comes to see this sport.
Hey, look, he's married, and I know his family listens. And I'm not going to let him get hemmed up because Michael Mann is talking shit, so I muted him on that one. Sorry, dog.
No, he doesn't visit no hookers. I promise you. Don is straight and narrow. He's a straight guy, man.
If I was in Vegas right now, I would have 11 hookers under my arm right now. They would be well paid, and that's all I gotta say.
Fair enough. There's a lot to do
When are
in
you
Vegas.
coming out here?
Yeah, when are you coming? Because you can't handle all 11 at once. So.
Why, you want a couple hookers? I got you. I got your back, brother. I got you at least 2. Oh.
I live out here, brother. You ain't got to tell me.
And
I know
your
right
wife-
where they are. I actually, on another platform, I actually did a little small documentary on them.
Yes, you actually did. So, yeah. Check out Blunt Trips, y'all. It's a good Blunt Trips. That's a hell of a channel.
And then
actually.
your wife would break my
What's that?
All right, hey, I love you.
She wasn't very happy I did that
love you.
documentary.
No, I'm not having sex with any of you.
Yeah, she didn't like that documentary too much. But, you know,
Okay.
it was just something you see out here in Vegas. You see a lot of hookers and stuff. And so I covered it. I figured it was content.
Well, it's important, man. That's the whole thing. And it is interesting. You know what I mean, too? Like, it's an interesting profession for these women to choose to do. You know, and there's so many aspersion cast either way, you know, and it's just to me it is important to, you know what I mean, learn about these folks, learn about people that do that, men and women. And I know it's mainly women.
Brother, I live in Mississippi. I've done the same documentary.
You
I
are
live
the
in
doctor.
Mississippi. I've done the same documentary.
Where
I had to
in
interview
Mississippi?
relatives. I had to interview relatives.
Where in Mississippi?
I'm in Laurel, Mississippi, right outside of Hattiesburg.
Oh, okay. I used to live out in the Gulfport, Biloxi area.
Mississippi, University of Southern.
Gotcha.
Oh, the gay district.
Well, it's all redneck out there, if you ask me, and gay.
Yeah, redneck and gay are adjacent. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I left.
You got a party mouth, boy. All right, so ladies and gentlemen. Guys, want to thank you so much for tuning in. That is Terry with Beyond the Slap. That is Michael Mann. You find him here. We had Powerslap Superfan 1 on your Instagram. We call him Superfan lovingly. Guys, tune in tomorrow. Me and Vern are back with that nooner show at 1 p.m. Central Time. And also tune in tomorrow. Terry's going to have a bombshell interview with the champ Wolverine himself. And they're going to be making all the real picks. So check that out. See how close we got here to what they say there. It's going to be fun, guys. You got to tune in and check it out. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. And remember, if you can't slap it, it ain't worth slapping. And for you get the pews. And we are out.
Later.
Oh, boy.